Hey, what's up, guys? I'm hanging out here, waiting to play with some friends, some EDH, and I thought I'd talk about a couple of fellas. They're new commanders, fellas, ladies, people, creatures. Kodama of the East Tree and Sakashima of a Thousand Faces. We'll fishbowl the deck a little bit to see what kind of things this deck can do. But this deck is just thrown together to see, just to get a feel for what the two commanders can do together. You would need to take this deck and adjust it to the levels of playstyle that you're accustomed to with your group, I guess. Let's have a look at the website. Sakashima of a Thousand Faces. 3 colorless, 1 blue pip for a 3/1. Okay, it's not the greatest, but okay. What else? What you got? Legendary creature, human rogue. Okay, so this can be my commander. Amazing. You may have Sakashima of a Thousand Faces enter the battlefield as a copy of another creature you control, except it has Sakashima of a Thousand Faces' other abilities. The legend rule, quote unquote, does not apply to permanents you control. Okay, so that means clones and legendaries, you can have as many as you like. All right, I like that. Okay. This, by the way, is a very powerful card, and it's also $20 right now. If you get a chance, and if you can afford it, grab yourself one of these etched foils. This is a card that will go up in value, I think, as time goes on. It's just a fantastic general. And it's got partner. So as partner comes and goes, like it can partner with anything that we have up to now, and there's like tons of partners you can pair with her. I won't even just go and have a look. I won't name some of the top tier ones that people are building now, but just go have a look. And her partner is Kodama of the East Tree. Now, folks, if you haven't played with this green monstrosity, I suggest you do. I suggest you go out there and you put one of these guys in your deck and just get a feel for what he can do. He enticed me so much so that I wanted to have 2 of them. But anyways, so what is Kodama of the East Tree? There's a whole lore on Kodama, and there's I think 3 or 4 others. Go ahead and have a look if you're interested in that. But he's a 4 colorless, 2 green pips for 6/6. So 6 mana, 6/6. Okay, all right, that's a beefy body. Legendary creature spirit, great. He's got reach. Oh, he can block flyers. Okay, all right, you have my attention. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, if it wasn't put onto the battlefield with this ability, you may put a permanent card with equal or lesser converted mana cost from your hand onto the battlefield. You may put a permanent card, lands, artifacts, enchantments, creatures, whatever, with equal or lesser converted mana cost from your hand into the battlefield. That's amazing. So my suggestion to you guys, if you haven't played with this guy or brewed something with him, I suggest you do. Here, let me just shuffle some of these cards so you don't think I'm cheating. Now, again, this is just kind of thrown together. Let's see the kind of things we can draw and play. Maybe I can give you some ideas. Maybe not. All right, so we have what looks to me is a decent keep, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a definite keep. Yes, you have time stretch in here, a 10 mana. Sure, that's a big commitment, but this I wanted to build to have big mana and do things like time stretch. Unfortunately, I drew him in my opener, which is a bummer. Now, I want to say this much while I'm talking about it. Big mana spells, if you're playing in any sort of competitive setting where it's really quick paced and back and forth, big mana spells, they're all amazing and cool and fun to cast, like a time stretch. Right? That's take 2 extra turns. you know, you need a lot of mana. You need 10 mana. And it takes a while to get there. And if you look at the stats, people are winning between turn 6 to turn maybe 11. So that's where people are winning. So, you know, that means you get one turn with this if you haven't cheated out. So unfortunately, I have ways, but not right now. But we have a Reven Reef, Lotus Petal, Thrashing Bronzodon to deal with early artifacts. Let's keep that. You go on a draw. There's a mana dork. I would play this. Right, I'll save this for when I'm ready to cast this. No reason to put this out as a target because I need blue mana. Right now, that's my only source. So play a land, turn 1, nothing, get a land. Look at that. Perfect mana. Well, because of that, I will play this and sack and cast 2. So 3 mana for a Riven Reef. So 3 mana, blue-green, 1 colorless, 1/1. But when he comes into play, what does he say? When Riven Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield under my control, your control, look at the top card of your library. Okay, so he comes in, look at the top card of my library. I'm going to have a look at that. It's a Savala, right? If it's a land card, you may put it into the battlefield tapped. Okay, it's not. If you don't put that card onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. It's like a draw spell. Okay, I will draw that. So that's turn 2. Turn 3, I would... so here's the question. Turn 3. Do you bring out a Savala and potentially go big to get Kodama online, or just be safe with Gaia Engineer? So I would play this in this way. This is my thought process. Which one of these two would I least like to lose? Well, I don't want to lose Savala if I don't have to. She's a really good mana engine. Whereas this one's good, but if I had to choose, I'd keep Savala. So I'll go ahead and cast him on that turn. That was turn 3. And then turn 4, here I am. I have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can cast Kodama, right? That's an option. I can go ahead and fabricate and tutor for 3 mana. A 3 mana artifact to accelerate me, maybe into time stretch kind of mana. Or a bigger creature. Or something that draws me cards. Right? So let's look at that. Let's look at what's in the deck. The most efficient way to tap this. Now, some people are going to say, yes, this is... what's the name of this? Alchemist's Refuge. Basically makes my spells all have flash in a land. This is a great land in green-blue. So your commander has to have at least those 2 color pips in its identity. Anyways, so this is great because it makes my things instant speed, but forget that. I'm just going to cast it right now. Sorcery speed. So I'm looking for an artifact. Okay, what kind of things can I do now? Did I put artifacts? Yeah, sure. So mana ramp, play everything instant speed. How about go get a land and draw a card later, get a blocker. Chromatic Orrery, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I had this guy out, I could cast this. What else? And if I might be going too fast. And I should stop and slow down. What did I mention? The orrery? Let's see. Basically, it can draw you 2 cards for 5 mana and a tap, or give me 5 colorless mana. I can cast anything for any color mana. And, you know, mana rank, rock, ramp out a little bit. There's half a win con in here, so that's there. If I get a Mind Over Matter and a Temple Bell, I can try to win the game. Right? Scroll Rack, that's this is a proxy. My other scroll, I have 2 scroll racks. They're in other decks, but you know, so that way people can read what the card does. Hopefully that doesn't offend anybody. Temple Bell. So there's more mana rock. I can go get Temple Bell. Try to set up. Oh, look at that. Cloudstone Curio, which is a champ in this deck. You can bounce lands. Oh, let's talk about that for a second. Yeah. Okay. So win con can be this. Let's move some things around. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. I'm done kind of fish bowling. Now let's talk about combos. So if you have this, right, assuming this is in play, and I have, I would say, 3 cards in hand, I can go each player draw a card, right? You know, this is my library. Each player discard a card, and just keep feeding yourself. You can, I put 1 Eldrazi in here to reshuffle my yard. Sorry, there's 2. I lied. Sorry. This is removal spell. I think that's the only Eldrazi. There he is, Kozlak. So that way I can pitch him and reshuffle my yard. It also protects against mill strategies. So basically this is an instant. You can't interact because they would have to go. So I pitch a card for the first trigger. They go, oh, destroy that. In response, pitch a card, untap it, do it again, right? Oh, let me try to remove this now. Okay, wait, pitch a card, untap this, do it again. So I would say to be on the safe side, you'd want 3 cards before you hit this combo. Again, you can protect yourself with a Kozlak that shuffles your yard. But let's talk about this. This is the kind of the fun part of the deck, right? Assume you have a Kodama in play resolved, and you have Sakashima in play resolved to this. Okay. You need 1 other cog to kind of get it going. Let's find it. Oh, this is new in the new Commander set. This, I don't know how to pronounce the first name. AC Tyrant of the Gyre Strait. AC? Well, yeah, whatever. Anyways, all you have to know about this card is a 5/5. Whatever. It's a 5/5 creature, but whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. You may play additional lands on each of your turns. So, let's assume, you know, you have a deck over here, right? And you have some lands in play and some lands in hand, right? You're going to go play a land for your turn. Trigger Cloudstone Curio. For those that don't know, Cloudstone Curio, it's a 3 mana. I got to read it to you. Because actually, we can do it this way too. We can all follow along in Card Kingdom. Cloudstone. You know, Card Kingdom is a great website, great vendor. I have no affiliations with them. I use them, and they're a trusted source from my perspective. But here's Cloudstone Curio. 3 mana. Whenever a non-artifact permanent comes into play, so the lands are non-artifact, you may return another permanent you control, so that I control, that shares a permanent type with it to owner's hand. So, I can return one of these tap lands back to my hand. So, keeping that in mind, now if I can go back to my tabletop. So we have the Curio here. Go and play a land. Trigger this. Return another permanent that shares a type. I'll go ahead and return this back to my hand. I have 2 triggers on this stack. Right? First trigger. I can play a land. So I'll play a land. Trigger. Tap it for mana. Return this back to my hand. This one. Play it. Right? Like, return this back to my hand. You know, play this, return. You know what I mean? So, all the meanwhile, you're drawing cards and netting mana. Because every time a land comes into play, you get to draw a card. Right? So, this is the kind of thing that when I saw these generals, I was like, wow. This broken string of things that can happen with this general is fun. Now, here's the thing. The way I build this deck, it's more, yeah, you can get into like crazy loops like that. And there are counter spells to protect you in the deck. But you can interact. Like, this needs 4 cogs in play to really be broken, right? Like, it's so easy to hit any one of these. So if you're going to run this, just think of your group and how competitive it is. You can, if you had landfall effects, I mean, I didn't put any in here, I don't think, but you can go crazy with landfall effects as well, right? Yeah, infinite landfall triggers, I guess, just about. But anyways, it's fun. I have a lot of fun when I play with this deck. Just forget about Sakashima being powerful, and I think she might be a little too powerful. But Kodama here, oh man, if you haven't played a Kodama deck, partner Kodama with somebody, just anybody, whoever you want, and watch the fun you can have. Every time a permanent comes into play, you can drop another permanent CMC equal or less. I mean, so if I cast him, I'm automatically getting a Cloudstone Curio for free. Yes, thank you. Land drop win. That's awesome. There's 2 triggers, right? Anyway, it's a lot of fun. I'm having fun. I hope you get out there and build some new commanders that are in the format right now and brew some cool things. If you enjoyed this, great. Take it and enhance it anyway. Build it towards your playgroup style. I have fun with it. A little weak for my playgroup because my playgroup likes to get really really cutthroat and competitive. But that's okay. That's how we play. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.